AC Guy 1948 here. Look at what I have. I got it out. Now how did I do that? Well, firstly I took a Dremel and a flashlight here to point with, and I had to cut down 1, 2, and 3. This one I had to go really far back with so I could get the wrench on there. Now the wrench I also had to do a little modifying on, because I took it to the bench grinder and had to grind it down some so it was thin enough to get up in there. And then once I got all that done, I got this to come loose, because it's not finger loose. After you break it loose, it's up there at such an angle. You're using the 2 tips of your fingers and trying to move this big nut and your bolt, and you just can't do it. Not very well, unless it's like almost out of there. So once I got that loose, I had to angle it out, and at the angle, the most extreme angle I could get, it wouldn't come out. So what I ended up doing, I screwed it back in. I blew off all the dirt. Make sure you blow off all the metal shavings. I was doing that in between, but what I did, I took all the Dremel and cut down an edge on there. You know, not too much to where I couldn't get a bite on it with the wrench, but enough to where it could slide out, and I was able to get it to slide out, and here we have it. Now how do you free up one of these things to where it works again? You take it over to your vise. Take it over to your vise and throw it in there. Well, my vise was ready. But you throw it in your vise, take a block of wood, put it over that end. Put it over that, and you give it a few whacks with the hammer. And then that should free it up. And then once you have it out, take a pair of pliers. Mine only came out about this far when I first did it. But you take a pair of pliers and you can squeeze on it and pull it up a little more and work it around and put some oil down in here. And what I also did, I extended this all the way out and took a little bit of sandpaper and sanded around the outer edge. Not too much, just enough to get the little surface rust off of it. And to reinstall this, I am going to, I don't know if I really have to, but I'm going to make life easier on me. I'm going to take this and kind of grind down the edges a little bit and kind of round it off just enough to make it sliding it back in there a little easier, because it's going to be hard enough. Because I think the only way I can do that, I don't think I can do it from the back here. I think I got to come around up from the front, so I'm going to be up underneath the mower. Yeah, to get that back in there and tighten it back down. But it's working, so I should have a driving mower. Now, the proper way to do this would be to remove the bolts here. There is, I can't remember what all holds the drive linkage onto here. The shaft that comes back. I'm sure there's other things. It's been, yeah, there's like a hanger up under there. I think you got to take that part. I need to tighten that. It's loose, but there's some other stuff you got to take off to pull this transmission back. And I really didn't want to do that. I've got too much other stuff going on. I've got a show at the end of the week I need to take this to, and I really don't want to have parts all over my garage. I've had this one all apart once before, because this one got completely tore down and restored. And, well, it depends on your definition of restored, but to me it is, because it's way better than the restore that they did to it, the previous owners. They just slapped paint over it, and it just, it was flaking everywhere. And that paint job, it was only a couple years old at that time. And this one, I want to say it was 2012, 2013, somewhere in there is when this one was done. But yeah, this back here though, a little bit of grinding, I don't think it's going to hurt your fins too bad, or your cooling system on your transmission. I mean, it was very minimal what I took off there, so I don't think it should hurt it. But you know, if you don't feel like taking the risk, I don't blame you. Take the whole rear end off and There's a little plate here. I think you gotta do something with that too. It's been a while. But this one's not going to see use again as a mower. It's just going to be for shows and stuff anymore. Because, well, one of the big things is the front clutch is messed up. And you know that's already $100 or so for rebuilding that. Just for the parts to do it. At least last time I priced it was around $100 for everything you need. So it was kind of like I gave $100 for the mower. I'm not putting another 100 in it. I had the mowing deck with it. I think I still might have that, but I don't think I sold it. But yeah, I was keeping it for another one. But because I've got a 122 and another 123 out there. But yeah. Well, I'm going to see about getting that all done and getting that fished back up in there, and we'll see if that fixes my problem and gets us driving. Alright. Alright. Finally got that done. Oh, that was a bit of a hassle getting that back up in there. I did grind some more off of it. And how I did it, I took, let's see here, was it this one? No, it wasn't that one. I took this one, it's kind of offset. Little pick. I was able to put it in the end hole there and kind of work it up around this way and get it up under there. Then I had to take another one. I had this hook style. I was able to get it in the hole up higher, and then I kind of had to lift up on this piece, and I kind of used that to my advantage and pinched it in. Kind of pinched it in there so I could readjust my picks. And then I was able to work it down and get it down in there and then screw it tight. And now let's see if it'll... I've been sitting all night, see if she... See if she moves. Oh yeah, I like to see that. Oh. There she goes. Probably wouldn't hurt to take my stuff off of it first. Now does the reverse work? About to run into my truck. Alright. Well, I think that's going to do it for this video. If you have any questions on anything I did, leave them. Have any questions on anything I did, leave them in the description. I'll see you next video. Have a great day.